Hi all, welcome to my first of the season for Hibs on Predictorfy. I've now joined that. Obviously we're doing it with Play Sharper, but now we're obviously doing it on Predictorfy. Massive thanks to the team for that. I'll leave links to Predictorfy, rest of the league in the description below as usual. So obviously with Play Sharper not doing Sorare, everyone, like other prediction sites, are now generating about, and Predictorfy team were keen to say, would you like to do Hibs? And I'm definitely excited to do it because it helps you guys out. Obviously, as a fan, I have to I like to try and run the team where I can for contender, in the cap modes. So when we had cap, obviously as the season goes on, we'll lose it in a couple of weeks. But we've had some good success with Hibs, and hopefully we can continue that for Sorare and contender this season. So basically, looking at the team at the moment, depth is our biggest issue. At the moment, Bursic is showing to be a very solid number one. Obita has probably got left back locked down along with O'Hora and Marvin. So big Marvin, Pieta. Both, so that's like three of the back four. The way Gray had the team set up, and I actually quite liked it, was Miller was right back, Cannon was right mid, Boyle left mid. Obviously Rudy's in at left mid now and actually really shown to be a bit of a talent. I knew he was a talent from watching him in under 18s in the youth games and reserve games, and obviously when he's getting a chance in the first team, definitely has the chance to step up. For me personally, I feel he's a better option than Tavares. Obviously with Yuan, transfer debate going on still, and him picking up, he was in a boot last week as well still. So obviously the concern is for Yuan, if he does go, do we get 2.5-3 mil that we want, or if he doesn't go, will he start, will he be up for it and all this kind of stuff. But for me at the moment, this squad in front of Bursic, Miller, Marvin, O'Hora, Obita, Mariah Welsh, Newell, Boyle, Campbell, Molotnikov and Venter, I feel will be the starting 11 we'll use on the St Mirren game. But I do know Gray has spoken of transfer targets. There is one from Toronto that we're looking at, that suddenly popped up on Transfermarkt over the last like 12 to 24 hours. There is a few other players supposedly from Bournemouth that we're looking at because of the Foley situation, because he's been very vocal over the last week or two about like, shouldn't have been Gray, shouldn't have been Malky Mackay. He had other people in mind. It would actually be interesting to see who he was thinking of for the jobs then in that case. But obviously the Gordons have said, we've got the final word in the situation. We're the principal owners, so let us deal with it. Like for me personally, we need depth. We need another left back. We need another. Personally, I feel we need at least 3 more defenders. Another left back, another centre back at least, because Rocky's just not convincing. So you maybe then say 2. Because if O'Hora's picked up a knock, another right back because of the whole Miller, Cadden. Both have had injuries over the last season and both missed decent amount of game time, like respectively. Obviously, Cadden came back from a ACL injury. That was achieved on the last day of the season in the 22-23 season. Came back good chunk in it the 2020 last season. Miller had quite a bit of injuries in the second half of the season, so something to factor in there. Obviously Boyle's had injuries as well, so it's important for him to not be always put at risk. Like Mariah Welsh is looking to be quite a handy little player. We've got to remember he's still young, but definitely a bit of promise. Levitt, it's just not firing for him as hoped. Newell can be very consistent for Sorare. Obviously would like hopefully him to step up and even more to push the team a bit harder. Campbell, I feel like this is his make or break season. I don't know why, but wait and see with that. Venter, obviously confidence is his biggest thing, because he's getting chances just now and just not putting the ball in the back of the net. A lot of slack on social media for him, because it's like, oh, we spent 700k, we could have got somebody else better than him, like Simon Murray, for pennies, and like we buy somebody we've never heard of and this, that, the next thing. But we are looking at, as I said, at attackers. Like for me personally, I would say we're fine goalie wise because we've got Boric, Smith and Bursick. Defensively we need at least 3. Mids, I'm not convinced with Amos. Obviously Tavares we've seen enough of now, but like youth, like depth, we can't rely on Megwa. We can rely to an extent on Megwa because I feel he's good enough, but you can't rely on like Ruben McAllister and Landers and any of the young lads. We can't just have them being the bench options. We've got to get like rid of Tavares and Amos and say, right, let's bring in like squad depth on top of players that can start in this team as well. If they can put, so it's like we should be using like Bournemouth if and scouting around and seeing what we can find. There is options there, but if we're relying on the Yuan money, like we can't afford to, because he's still injured. If teams aren't willing to give us the 3 that we're stating, and it's 2.5 is what we're saying, it's almost like saying to these teams, we'll take your 2.5 as, say if it's an outright fee, but put the extra $500,000 as an additional, or make it 750 then, so that way that they're kind of having to go and pay a little bit more in a sense, just to say it makes it feel worth Hibs' while. So it's like, oh, make it 3.25, so it's like, here's the $500,000 of maybe say attainable things that they could achieve, say like say goals, appearances, and maybe say the extra 250 is a cup, for example, if you win a cup. But as I said, I think between now, as I said, we've got 4 league games, we've got a League Cup game as well to kind of factor in over the next month or so. But I think this will be near enough the starting 11 come the St Mirren game for opening day of the season. Celtic game, I think we'll see changes to this team, maybe from like a Rudy point of view, maybe Venta. That could be about it. Like, but it depends who's coming in. That is what fundamentally is. But let me know, folks, who you think. As I say, if I was doing a Sorare squad of 5, I've been asked a lot on what I would do. I would have a Bursick in net, then either one of Obita. If when Cadden's fit, I would have Cadden over Obita or Miller, but I would personally go for Obita. Midfield, I would go Newell, and obviously you'd want to take Campbell with Boyle and Venta as attackers. So if you've got like 7 players, that is literally your 7. Like obviously, if you wanted to go like the 2 and 2 option, you go Bursick, Obita, Miller, Newell, Campbell, Boyle, Venta, and then that way you're just basically, you can field them in like 2 squads as it were. But I feel Boyle could have a good season. He's definitely been sharp in pre-season. In some of the games, obviously a couple of the games not been as, like teams have just kind of tried to nullify him, but hey ho, not every game can be perfect. But hopefully the Celts folks, as I said, will be sharing this on like Twitter and videos and Discords and all that, so you can always keep up with it, folks. So as I said, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, folks, we massively appreciate. Have a good one, take it all, and I will catch you all later.